Hey guys, welcome back to the layout. It is Monday, and I just got back from my four-wheeling trip. I was gone a couple days, down with my dad and a couple of guys. We go ATVing. I had a blast. That was awesome. And I've been neglecting making any videos for a little while just because I was preparing for it. I had a lot to buy, a lot to pack. I think it's been about 3 weeks since my last video. So I wanted to make this quick layout update. A lot, but not a lot, have changed. In the shot, you might have seen in my operating videos, just kind of some grain elevator silos, and we've kind of somewhat of a building. Chris brought these over last time he was here just to kind of mock them up, see how they would look, kind of give me some more possibilities of buildings and structures on my layout. So we kind of played, just left there, kind of fits for now, and we use it as an industry, so that's kind of cool. Let me just zoom out here. Let's go around the left. So before I do, my crazy messy everything, I know, but I put down some foam squares so I can do my ABCs. No, it's a concrete floor, and last time Chris was over, we done the op session that I've got footage of, but I'm probably not going to post. I'll probably post as just kind of a rail fanning comp down the road when I've got some more footage. But I found my feet really hurt from standing on the concrete for a couple hours. So my fiance is a teacher, and she had some of this just laying around. So with her permission, I put some down. It doesn't cover the whole floor, but pretty much everywhere where I'm ever going to step is good. So that's awesome. Let's kind of pan around. Nothing's changed. I got rid of the Chris pile. Actually, I've got a new Chris pile. Now, let me just kind of bring this up a bit. And a big change I made was this here. Now, I know it's not perfect, and I'm going to tell you what happened. My initial plan, I had just the lift out, and that works great. But I want to add one more industry, being the outside world. So the plan was, okay, well, I'm going to, get a switch here, and it's going to come off, and there's just going to be a siding. No ramp or anything. It's just going to be, quote, the outside world, which gives me the ability to drop off or pick up virtually anything, car-wise, industry-wise. It really opens a lot of doors, so I was really excited. And when I was thinking about it, I thought, well, hey, I've wanted to do a swing gate for a very long time. Well, I measured everything out, and I measured everything out and got the wood, and things were pretty good. And I actually got decent wood when I purchased it, and I built a larger frame, and it kind of all fit. And I'd measured the angle to go across here so that it could swing out properly, and I had hinges all down here. But my hinge pivot point, if I just move that, is I've got this frame here, so that didn't really work out, so I kind of, mauled that. The second part is I kind of miscalculated how the door opened, and, it came out to about there, and unfortunately I couldn't get the door open as soon as I put in the swing gate. I was essentially trapped, because I'm trapped in this room with that like that, and I was like, okay, and I tried to fix it, and I kind of made things pretty bad. I ended up totally ruining the 1x3 under here, because I had used cheap wood when I initially built it, just the cheapest 1x3s. So I ruined the frame, kind of the frame board here, and underneath the other side as well. It was a disaster. I ruined, if I kind of scroll over, I ruined part of that, this board here and this, and it was just a disaster. And I was having a bad day to begin with, and then I don't even know what happened, to be honest. It just went terribly wrong, and I tried to fix it, and things were falling apart because of the cheap wood. And I always drill pilot holes, but the wood was still splitting, and I was just freaking out. And I just left it. I left all my tools. There was sawdust everywhere around here. It was a disaster, and I left it for an entire week because I was just so upset. And that was, I guess, about 3-4 weeks ago. I think right after my last video. And I was just stressed. I just didn't, so I didn't even think about it. I didn't even open the door. I didn't turn on the lights, nothing. I was just like, no. And then so exactly a week later, I come in here and I took my original lift out, because at that point I had broken things to the point where I couldn't reuse my lift out, and I didn't want to reuse this lift out because it's warped, but it fits even though it's warped. So I redid the frame boards, and I got the lift out back in, and I put the just the addition on it because it's too thin. Now, because it's warped, the foam doesn't line up. Height-wise, it lines up in the middle, but not on both sides. So I'll sand that down. I'll figure that out. That's not a big deal. But I've just basically stuck, some more plywood on the side, and it works. And it's a smidge harder to get in. Instead of just dropping it in, I kind of drop slide on a diagonal, but it still works, and the power and everything's already set up. So I've already grabbed a new switch, and I'm just going to cut the switch in here and then have the siding come in over there, and that's going to be my outside industry. Terrible thing. Pro tip, if I have to recommend one thing, I never did how-to benchworks. I'm really not good at wood. I don't have a lot of woodworking skill, and I don't have a lot of tools for it. But one recommendation, guys, don't use cheap wood. Don't just save a couple of bucks. It's not worth saving a couple bucks and then down the road you get boned. So just a little shout out. Chris gave me his Ontario Northland GP40-2 to install DCC. He's got a new economy decoder and speaker. It's to replace the Tsunami series. So I'll get that wired up. It's an Athearn. I'll get that wired up. Probably gonna do a how-to on it. We keep moving back. We have the Magic Pan Bakery that Chris is working on. Now he's in the middle of moving, so it's not done, and he just wanted to, like I said, kind of see how it looked, make sure it fits, all that stuff. So we're gonna keep working on that as soon as he's all moved in. But you can see I've got cars on the layout, which are awesome. What else is new? I bought a couple things. I think the only two things that I didn't have last time for layout update were these two. They're Proto 2000 New York Central, yeah, gondolas. And they're awesome, super detailed. They were a gift from a friend, so that's awesome. And the cats really want to help out with this video. Sorry about that, guys. So those are kind of two more gondolas. I've got the ones in the back with no trucks, just from my old terrible, lifelike box. Just left them there for the junkyard, because that's what's going to go there. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. I'm working on getting a curtain to block off all the terribleness underside the layout. Harley really wants in here. So I made a purchase to Otter Valley Railroad before I left for my trip, and it came in with like in 2 days. So that's awesome. Just some bits and bytes. Something I've been really wanting to do is I ordered 25 pairs of KD couplers, number 148. So they've got the centering whiskers, and what that means is I can just take off the coupler, or I don't have to take off the coupler boxes. I just take apart the coupler boxes and I can replace the couplers that already come with my rolling stock. So that's awesome. I have a number 4 right hand again to oh my gosh, is he dying out there? My goodness. Number 4 right to spline in on my lift out. I think they're fighting now. Alright. I bought this Monroe Models wood kit. Kind of excited. I haven't made any kits really with comes to building. It was 16 bucks. I thought I'd try it, you know. It may not be worth too much realistically, but kind of lets me dip my feet in, try it, and kind of nice little project for when I want to pick away at stuff. So that's cool. And got myself a Atlas Trainman kit. The Sioux line, 12 bucks. You know, can always use. I don't have any Sioux line stuff, and you know, thought that would be neat to have because that definitely runs around here. And last but certainly not least, and I don't think I even mentioned it, so it's good that I left this to last. I've got some more of the Caboose ground throws. Now, I bought two different kinds initially. And as you see in my yard here, you know, there's this kind here. And these were from my yard, and they're awesome. They're easy, they're simple, and when I'm not looking at them, I can't seem to uncouple it. There we go, or switch it. It worked great. Really like them, and it really helps with the Atlas switch machines. With power drops, because it forces the point rail onto the stock rail, and it just, you know, compared to having nothing, it helps, you know, that current pass through it. And all I did is I put a little dab of glue down. Well, I pinned the turnout, and you know, made sure that some people center them, but what I do is I say, okay, well, in this setting it is all the way that way, so I push, you know, I push the turnout into that direction, and I place it down, pin it down, make sure it can throw okay and everything's good, it's not pushing the turnout rails too much or pulling them too much, and then I glue everything down. Sometimes I accidentally glue down the actual throw arm, and I gotta kind of cut that away, but no big deal. Awesome. So anyways, I bought that, and then I had the little lantern kinds, but I really didn't, there was just too many little parts on the lantern kinds, so I was like, well, I really like these now that they're in, and now that I've seen them working, they work really awesome. I really enjoy them, so I just bought a ton more. I do the 510s. For reference, these are the Caboose Industries 521S. No, sorry, screwed that up. 5218S. They're for N or HO scale, and they come in a 5-pack in this case. And these are the spring-loaded with the multiple connectors. So if you've got Atlas, Pico, Walthers, all those other brands, you just have a little clip that you put on the end, and it'll connect to whatever you want. I really liked that. I didn't want to, you know, customly have to make one, so just 10 more to finish off the entire layout and have some extras. And that's pretty much it. So I'm pushing the limits here. I know I'm gonna have to cut out a couple things because my cats were fighting outside. Apologies for that. But everything is awesome. Like I said, I'll be doing a how-to video on wiring Chris's Atherin with DCC and sound shortly. I've got another review to finish on my Atlas C424s, and like I said, I'm probably going to compile some footage and make a rail fanning the layout video in the future. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, criticism, comments, please comment down below. I think that's kind of redundant how I say that, but just comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to thumbs up it. Or if you didn't, if you thought it was terrible, thumbs down. I get a lot of comments, and well, not a lot of comments, a couple comments, and actually a couple messages that I don't run trains in my layout updates, therefore they suck. You know, I get it. It's not very action-packed. It's simply updating you on my layout progress, but what are you going to do? You can't please everybody, right? So I certainly direct them towards my operations video as needed. So yeah, if you didn't like this, thumbs down it. I can take it. I hope you give me a reason why you thumbs down it, though, but no big. And if you're not, and you want to be, and you want to stay tuned for more awesome videos like layout updates, operations videos, how-tos, and just cool train stuff, subscribe. So thank you guys for watching. I just stepped on the camera leg, so sorry about that. Thank you for watching, and until next time, enjoy your bacon.